Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and this might not be a super exciting video today because I was going to show you how I was going to put together a new file folder album, but I realized that I dyed all the same tab file folders. I just grabbed out a handful and I dyed them, and I didn't even look at the tabs or pay attention until I went to put them together. I like to have, like, you know, a staggering so that they're both not right together like that once it's done. It's not a huge thing, but I have one that I just sprayed with some coffee dye, and so it's going to have to dry. So I can't show you that, but I do have some things to talk about, and I want to show you what I will be using. I went to a yard sale the other day and was looking at this box of fabric, and this woman's like, this wonderfully nice woman was like, if you'll just take the whole box, you can have it. Because she didn't want to have to put it all away and all that. So I've washed some of it, and so I'm going to be using this fabric. And then even though this is, I think, a lot of probably 70s, 80s fabric, I'm just gonna, I like the colors with these 60s patterns that I have. So I'll be using these and some pages out of here because there's these colored pictures. Even though these are like knit books, I just like the pictures. I think they go pretty well with this. So that's what I'm going to be using for it. And I wanted to have a little chat about Etsy. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I will show you how I reinforce these so that you can use them like on the front as a pocket, because as you can see they just start to like disintegrate and fall apart. So yeah, I'll do that while I talk. So as probably everybody knows by now, Etsy has a new policy, or whatever that you want to call it, saying that they are offering free shipping. And it's not really free shipping, which I think everybody knows. And so I just wanted to make it clear, because I have done the free shipping thing. Mine is free shipping. I have not added anything to the price of my items. Anything that I have on my shop, for the most part, isn't above $35 anyways. It's just my journals. And I price those based on how many hours it took me to make them, and you know, the items that have gone into them that cost me money. So that's how I price them, and I haven't you know, put any extras on there to pay for shipping. So I'm essentially eating the shipping, and the reason I am willing to do that, or feel like I am being forced to do that, is because I already don't get a ton of traffic at my shop. It's really hard for me to, geez, my hands are shaking, to even you know, get my stuff out there. So I really did not want to go to the bottom of their search engine and not even be looked at by anyone, because like I said already, my traffic is pretty low. So because I've only been doing this for a little over a year, and I didn't start Etsy until I think it was like October last year, so I haven't even been doing Etsy for a year. So I kind of felt like my hands were tied, like I had to do the free shipping thing in order to get my information out there at all. I mean, really, YouTube is where I get most of my traffic from, and I thank you guys. You are amazing. I mean, just completely amazing. So anyway, that's the deal with my, if you've noticed that like some of my shipping is free, it really is free, because I haven't, I didn't add anything to my items, you know, so that I'm making up that cost. So I just wanted to put that out there. If I say you're getting free shipping, you're getting free shipping, because I think that's wrong to say you're giving free shipping and, you know, raise your prices, because it's just messed up. And I don't like the way it fares out for the people overseas. I don't think it's fair. So anyways, that's what's going on there. But I just wanted you guys to know, and I wanted to thank you all, because like I said, you're amazing. Your support is awesome. Love the comments that you leave and everything. So thank you for all that you do. I really appreciate it. So what I have done is just open this up, and I did cut along the bottom, but oftentimes, like that last one I did, when you put them on the front of this, you may have to cut a little bit off the bottom anyway, so you're going to have to glue it anyway. So that's kind of where I was at with that. I don't really need the flap up at the top, so I can cut that off, and that can be used decoratively somewhere else, either in the journal or on the front of the file folder. And I know, like, you've probably heard that same spiel, like, from everybody. They're either not doing it or, you know, they think it's wrong, you know, whatever. So I just wanted to let you guys know that if you go to my shop and it says free shipping, you are actually getting free shipping, because I didn't add anything to my prices. Alright, so this, I'm just trying to make this stronger. So this is just a regular piece of coffee, or this one's actually tea stained, I think. I wonder if I go this way, can I get it all? No. And I am going to do the little tab on the side because I will fold it over again, and I want it to be strengthened as well. Sorry. So I'm just going to put glue all over this. And I probably need to get out a book page or something here, because I want to make sure I get all the way to the edge. And I'm just going to do this side, and then I'll do the other side. I might as well get this, since it'll go all the way that far. So yeah, I can believe I only coffee dyed the same tab, because I just grabbed them out and stained them and didn't even like really look. I just standing there spraying away and not paying attention. So that was silly of me, because I had kind of a cool idea, but we'll show you another time. And I know this is probably going to be like watching paint dry today, but it might help, you know, give you an idea if there's something that you're wanting to reinforce or whatever. And I know I'm probably hanging over in lots of spots, but I can just trim it to the size that it is. So I just want to make sure it gets stuck down really good. What did I do with my little bone folder? Yeah, it's really hard already, you know, to get your information out there on Etsy, because a lot of times when you search, you can't find shops, even when you put their name in, because if you don't spell it exactly right, it won't even come up with something close. Or also you have to put in whether you're searching for a shop, or, I shouldn't have put that down on there like that. Whether you're searching for a shop or like the item, like by its name. I don't know. It's all kind of crazy, and it drives me crazy because it's hard sometimes for me to find shops too. Like people that do digis and stuff, and I want to use them and find them, and then I can't find them, and it's just, duh. So already it's difficult. So I just thought, if they put me to the bottom of their search engine or whatever, I'm never going to be found. So I felt like I had to offer free shipping, or I was just never going to sell anything at all. And it's just, it makes it so difficult for just people that are, you know, it's not like I'm making gobs of money anyways doing this stuff. I mean, I love it, so that's what matters, but it's just, you know, you don't want to like not ever be found at all, because if you want to be making any kind of money out of your art, then they just make it very difficult. And it's really kind of sad, because it shouldn't be like that. I just can't believe that they're doing that, but whatever. I don't have control over that. And I was very perturbed when I first saw it. But I was like, well, you're just going to have to suck it up and eat that you know, shipping, because again, I'm never going to get information out there. I need to grab another piece of paper. And I mean, some people it probably won't, it doesn't really matter, you know, and that's awesome for them, but, you know, like if they don't do it because they don't feel that it's right. But for some of us, we can't really do that. I mean, I would like eventually to make it my full-time job if I possibly can. And so I just can't afford to not have the traffic. So yeah, this worked really well on the last one I did. I know it looks crazy, but it definitely gives it some added strength. And I'm just going to butt it up against this other one, because again, we're not carrying that this line, you know, is perfectly great, because you're not going to see this. It's all going to be inside. It's just to strengthen this pattern. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. We're having the crazy weather again. It's like super cloudy, but it's kind of muggy, which is a little bit weird here too, because, you know, out west it's generally not muggy. Just dry. I mean, we live north a little, so we do tend to get a little more moisture, but not like a lot of places. Oh, yeah, I need my glasses because I can't see what I'm doing. It's all good till you get to the little details, and then I'm blind. I need to glue that down. So yeah, really just going around and, you know, making sure that this is all together well. And I know technically this could get glued down or whatever. I may not, you know, really need to do this for the back, but I still just really want to make sure that it's not going to just tear the first time somebody puts something in or out of it. And even if I get a little off the edge of the pattern, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so this is kind of wanting to pop up too. That's part of the pattern. And the fold is over here because that's how it was originally folded. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I need to figure out, so my pocket essentially, and I think this time I'm going to make this a little bit narrower than I did on the last couple that I've done. And, well, this is a pretty good size pattern. I am going to have to cut some off the bottom. So probably I'll end up cutting it like about here, because I do want a little bit on either side so that you can see, like if I put doilies or lace or whatever. So I'm not going to cut that yet, but I just want to show you how I reinforce these so that you can use them as pockets. And then another thing I was going to do the itchy nose thing going again this morning. Sorry, this is my giant bucket of envelopes. I just wanted to see if I could find 3 decent envelopes that are the same size. Yeah, I don't know if it's the moisture in the air or what, but my nose has been itchy. I don't know, it seems like I've told you guys before, it seems like I have that problem a lot anymore. That's a big envelope that's been folded up. That would make a cool pocket. So this is kind of what I do. So I guess this is really kind of a process video. I just figure out what I want to use and all that. I think these 3 will be good for what I was thinking. And this that I'm going to show you is stuff that like probably a million people have done. This is not something that I made up, but I just want to see the width of this. And I will probably end up either coffee staining these or inking them. Probably just ink them because I'll just do the edges because I'll end up gluing stuff over it. Alright, so we're just going to glue these 3 envelopes together so that they make a flip that comes down, and then it'll fold back up into the file folder is what I'm thinking. Or you know what else I could do? I could cover it with this tissue. That would be another really easy thing to do. So that's a distinct possibility. So let me get these together how I want them. So it's really easy. You're just gluing, if you're new to, you know, journaling or scrapbooking or whatever you want to call this type of stuff. You're just going to put glue all over this flap. And again, this is not my idea. Don't want anybody getting after me about it. I don't know. I know that my friend Denise made me one of these, and it was in a journal, and I was just looking at that journal the other day. It's beautiful. And I was like, oh, that would be a really cool thing. So that's kind of what gave me the idea for this particular one. So thank you, Denise. Just get it nice and flat. And then these look really pretty because you end up covering up, obviously, these flaps, and one of them even gets glued down to whatever it is. Or you can completely cover them and then use them as like something to put in a pocket in a journal. Like you could use smaller envelopes or whatever. So there's lots of ways you can use these. So yeah, sorry to get all whiny and on my soapbox. I just wanted you guys to know that you really are getting free shipping from me. It's not a lie. Alright, so it'll be like that, and then it'll get glued down, and then we'll figure out some type of closure, and then you can just do this, and you'll have all those nice little pockets to tuck stuff into. So let's cover it with a little tissue and see how that comes out. And this is from one of those patterns. Oh, look, there's a straight pin. Oh, there's one down there too. Let's at least try to get the writing going semi the right direction. So I'm just going to use, you could decoupage, so you could, you know, put the decoupage glue on of your choice, and then put the pattern down and go over the top of it. As I've said before, one, this is the lazy man way, so obviously this is the one that I like. And then two, I like to be able to kind of feel that texture of the tissue itself, but you know, it's up to you. If you are worried that it's going to peel off or something, then definitely go ahead and decoupage it, because that works great. This is getting too sticky. Okay, I got a big glop right there. And my finger stuck. We're just going to do this. And then I can trim it wherever it's hanging off. But this will yellow it a little bit, and plus it's fun to use. This way you can use your whole pattern. You know, you're going to use the pockets, and I've showed you like doing those. I just did the last video with the crazy paper dolls. That was the pattern instruction paper. You can use that to do stuff, so you can really use up, you know, whole patterns of stuff, you know, that you have sitting around if you have a bunch of them. I know a lot of people don't, and they are always looking for them. And I just got lucky and had a very kind friend that sent me a bunch of patterns, because otherwise I wouldn't have very many either. I mean, I do pick them up at thrift stores and antique stores if I find them, but sometimes they're not the neatest picture on the front, you know, type. Like, I get a lot of the bed skirts and valances and, you know, stuff like that, which is awesome for wrapping my Etsy. Things that I sell on Etsy, I wrap up in tissue very often, so I love finding them for that. But these fun ones, the older ones with the neat pictures on them, are harder to come by. So I know that can be difficult, but at least, you know, you can use all the parts for something, which is fun. So that's as easy as that is. I'll get that edge down there. You guys are probably like, okay, enough with the cutting. And I'm not sure exactly how I'll do the inside, so after I do this, I'll probably stop for today. I just wanted to come on because I haven't been on in a few days, and so I wanted to come on, and I wanted to do something. I just have been, it seems like everything that I want to come on and do, I don't have everything prepared for. Like, I wanted to do another one of the Itkapili, you know, decorative pocket things, but I need to cut out some more of those funny little dolls. And of course last night I couldn't get the computer to do what I wanted it to, so I didn't get those printed out, because that's the story of my life. Me and technology, we are not friends. So yeah, it's really annoying sometimes. I guess I should say technology and I. Not friends. And I know I'm not alone in this. Although I feel like it in my house, because everybody in my house knows how to do everything on a computer. Well, my daughter not as much. She's not as interested in all that, but my husband and my son, those two, they get talking sometimes, and I just have to leave because I have no idea what they're talking about. Like, it's like Greek. And my son just boggles my mind with the stuff that he knows at his age about computers. But that's what he does in his free time, is he reads computer magazines and watches computer videos and oh, you know what I just realized? This flap, I should have it go the other way. And I also just realized this is all gonna probably get, oh no, it won't. It's gonna be upside down though, a lot of it. It just dawned on me. Oh well. A lot of it'll just be background anyway, just to cover up the stark whiteness of the envelope. And I just glued the envelope to the paper. Okay, so this flap up here, I'm going to make sure that the tissue goes the right way. And it's fun to do just some piecing on this, I think. It just gives it a little more interest. This is the part that's going to be glued down anyway, so. Can I get... Okay, so that can get trimmed so it doesn't look quite as cuckoo. Ordered these new scissors off of Amazon and they are really nice. And I don't even know what brand they were. They came in like this generic package, so, but they have titanium blades. They're really nice, and I got 2 pairs as a set on there when they had their deal day, whatever. And so I'm using one for sewing stuff, but I put a giant, this is what I have to do in my house, fabric only. And it probably still won't work, but I try. Otherwise everybody just comes up and grabs them and uses them for whatever crazy thing they're cutting. Or they end up out in the garage. That's the one I really love, is when I find them out in the garage. It was so fun. I can't remember her name, I apologize. But I was talking about like dinners, what to make for dinners in one of my last videos, and a lady actually told me what she made for her, you know, like favorite summertime type dinner, and it was a Caesar salad like sandwich, and it sounds really good, so I'm gonna have to give that a try. So thank you, that was awesome. Get on my soapbox about that cooking thing. I just run out of ideas. It's hard to just keep coming up with ideas for that all the time. Okay, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do at the inside. I may end up just doing this again too, and then covering it with other stuff, but just for now, and I will trim those. They look cool, but they're going to get folded, so this and like this, and then see, that can go right in the file folder, so it'll actually hook on. I'll have the pocket in here, and then I'm going to do another flap thing, not the same as last time, and then I'm going to put this on the inside. So these are fun, so don't forget about these, or if you've never done one, give it a try, because they're fun, because you could just do this, you could orient everything another, you know, this way, and then put them in a pocket too. I just realized I messed that up. But anyway, put them in and out of a pocket. They're just kind of a fun little thing to make. So 3 envelopes together. Alright, so we will see you probably tomorrow or the next day. Have an awesome summer day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.